Speaking of social media, the tensions between the U.S. and Iran have been trending topics.
Yeah, a lot of people making light of the situation through the use of memes. KTSM 9 News reporter Tatiana Favela continues our team coverage with what experts have to say about the spread of misinformation.
Well, all it takes is pressing post, share, or tweet on whatever you post on social media that can reach thousands of people. But do these people know the impact that it may have on others or even themselves?
I definitely use social media as a way to keep updated with what's going on.
Kerrigan Kane is one of many people who have been noticing current trends on social media, talking about the tensions between the U.S. and Iran.
So I've kind of gotten a mix of the facts and people making jokes, and you really have to consider who it's coming from. Of course, the source is definitely important.
Many users on social media have seen tweets like these, some making jokes, others taking offense. Lisa Elliott, an associate professor with EPCC, tells me the impact social media has on someone differs with each user.
I think we see that a lot with people in social media conversations, where it's always like, oh, that other person shouldn't be sharing this, or they shouldn't be impacted, or they shouldn't listen to this, and they don't really consider, there's not a lot of introspection about how is it impacting me, and how is it framing the conversation that we're having, the national conversations we're having right now.
Elliott also shares different generations' relationship with the media impacts the way they perceive it.
Or maybe a younger audience that is more familiar with memes and is a digital native and has been using them throughout their lives may view them satirically. An older generation could potentially take offense to them and think that it's an inappropriate response to something.
I see a lot of younger people making jokes about like, oh, World War III and this, that, and the other, but I see older people kind of saying like, oh, pray for our troops, like this is really serious, and I think that there could be some dissonance between those two groups.
Despite any differences, Kane sends a message to those who use it often.
I think it's important that, we remember at the end of the day, everyone has their own opinion, and that's okay.
And others I spoke with say social media is often an escape from people's realities, and they aren't fearful or scared that anything is going to happen. Tatiana Favela, KTSM 9 News.